The Samsung DeX Station. What exactly is it? Well, two things. Firstly, it's a small, puck-shaped piece of plastic that opens up to reveal itself as a smartphone dock. But secondly, it's also a brand new user interface, designed for a desktop experience built around the smartphone operating system. But is it any good? Hardware-wise, it kind of is. The DeX is just heavy enough to be hard to topple over, but one should still exercise caution when using it. Its rear-mounted ports are almost enough for a good desktop experience, though the lack of a headphone jack is regrettable. And lastly, the opening mechanism is extremely satisfying to use, which is an added touch we were very happy with. But the real star of the show is the software, and in classic Samsung fashion, there really is a lot of room for improvement. Granted, most of the company's own custom apps get a facelift once in DeX mode, making them almost comparable to real desktop apps. And that is fine really, if browsing the internet, writing emails and watching YouTube videos is all you want from a PC, then the DeX will mostly serve those needs fine. But try and go any deeper and you'll find yourself hitting a bit of a wall. Aside from Samsung's first-party offerings, as well as some of Google's and Microsoft's apps, almost no other app actually supports DeX mode. Of course, many of them work just fine, but they do so in a small, non-resizable window which isn't suitable for a number of use cases. And then there's the apps that just don't work at all, ranging from ones like Spotify and Firefox to Samsung's own much-hyped virtual assistant Bixby, which, frankly, is somewhat inexcusable, as DeX mode considerably limits functionality that your Galaxy S8 normally has, much more than it augments it. So those who've gotten their DeX as a part of promotion can feel free to use it as a lightweight internet browsing machine, but there really isn't much reason for someone else to buy it separately, unless they really want to experience what may well turn out to be the beginning of a new era of hybrid smart devices. But for now, the rather limited use case for the DeX does little to validate its $150 price tag.